Hello, my name is Skylar Deutsch, and I have decided to do my presentation comparing the play Robot Confessions to the two plays of Raisin in the Sun and The Basement at the Bottom at the End of the World. The reason I chose these two plays to compare it to is because they have many similarities with the play Robot Confessions, I believe. One of the main characters in Robot Confessions, Chase, is being pressured to do something he doesn't want to do because his family wants him to do it, much like the relationship between Mama and Walter Lee in The Raisin in the Sun. But the difference between them is that Walter wanted to use the money to buy a store in order to help his family, but his mama wanted to use the money to get a house for their family so they can live happily. While in Robot Confessions, the issue of money being used is Chase doesn't want to go to school for business that his parents want him to do. Instead, he wants to go to school for something he loves, which is music. In the end, Mama gets her house, but we do not know if Chase ever decides to go to music school or if he goes to where his parents want him to. Both plays also target a real-world plot, like Raisin does, with the disagreements between family members and them uniting together in the end when times got tough, compared to the people at that rest stop in Robot Confessions not be able to get their fuel, so they end up stuck with each other and get to know each other and become friends or have disagreements and fights. Some of the other similarities I noticed between the plays is that both of them play on hopes and dreams, which each individual in the family in Raisin in the Sun has, or each individual at the rest stop has. The other play I want to compare Robot Confessions to is the play The Basement at the Bottom at the End of the World. They are similar because a group of people in Robot Confessions has to work together because they cannot attain fuel to continue to their destination. While in The Basement at the Bottom of the World, the two people have to work together in order to survive in their harsh environment. Because they have to work together to survive in the harsh environment, they have to go out of their way to help each other, because if they do not, they will not survive. But in Robot Confessions, they work together because they are stuck at the rest stop, and they have to wait until they gain transportation to their destination. So eventually, they start getting to know each other to pass time. While at The Basement at the Bottom of the World, the two main characters have to work together, and eventually, from working together, they start to get to know each other and start to better understand each other. Instead of hating each other, they start to become more like friends than anything. So, the messages of both plays is that in rough times, people band together in order to get through them and take on any challenges. Some of the differences I noticed is that Robot Confessions deals more with like a group of people that are in the real world situation when they run out of fuel at a rest stop, but they are not being threatened with life or death. While in Basement at the Bottom at the End of the World, the two main characters are threatened by death, which is why they work together. But in Robot Confessions, the people work together because they have nothing better to do, and they lack the fuel to go any farther. And that is the similarities between the play Robot Confessions and The Basement at the Bottom at the End of the World, and the similarities between Raisin in the Sun and the play Robot Confessions from Los Medanos College. Some of the differences I noticed between the plays is that the family in Raisin in the Sun ends up getting their happy ending, but we do not know what happens to the group of people that are stuck at the rest stop. The same can be said for The Basement at the Bottom at the End of the World. We do know that the people end up working together in order to survive, but we do not know in the end if they succeed. as we do not, and also we do not know what happens to the group of people in Robot Confessions if they ever do get to know each other after the incident of running out of fuel at the rest stop, or what happens to them after the event. But while we do know what happens to the family in raising the son, because Mama eventually gets her dream of having the house, and at the end of the play, the family eventually moves out until their new home, and the scene with the Mama's plant is the last thing you see as her dream is fully accomplished at the very end. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and that is it.